Thanks for tuning in to our second airing of KeyMedia's Live 10 at 10. This is a Friday feature that we're going to have live every Friday at 10 a.m. to show you guys some new updates for digital marketing. So on our last week's 10 at 10, we talked about digital video. Luke introduced how they're going to forecast that marketers and brands are going to be spending more on digital video over traditional video, so TV. I went over a Facebook reaction study showing that 97% of engagements on posts are shares, likes, or comments, and only 3% of the engagements on posts right now are reactions. We also talked about a study that Google did for black text, showing on the majority of search result pages using mainly black text and how that's really affected ads. And then we also discussed recent changes and updates for Instagram. So that was last week's. This week we have a whole bunch of new updates for you guys. So I wanted to encourage questions. If you guys have any questions on anything we're talking about, or even questions about anything to do with digital marketing, feel free to ask those in the comment question, and we will answer you right away. Or tweet at us at hashtag KMS10at10, and that's KMS10AT10. So you can tweet at us, and we can answer those questions as well. So 2 options. So like I wanted to say, I'm Ashley Eining, Digital Specialist here at KeyMedia Solutions.
And I'm Luke Majerus, a Digital Specialist too.
So we'll get started with this episode of 10 at 10.
All right, first I got to talk about Google some more. They announced last week that starting July 13th, they will be banning ads for payday loans. And Google specifies payday loans as loans you have to pay back in 60 days or less, or loans with a 36% or higher interest rates. Doesn't surprise me just because people have always had a kind of negative feeling about payday loans and just are kind of, scummy and really kind of go out for the people that can't always afford those big interest rates.
Yeah, well, and then Google also has just the regulations of ads anyways, of like very controversial topics, and payday loans have been such a controversial topic recently, and so there's no wonder why they're going to ban that. Mm-hmm. So kind of keep Google out of the ring of that.
Mm-hmm. And also Google is pretty flexible too. If you don't think that you don't think that you have payday loans, you can contact Google and they will then help you figure it all out.
That's nice. So our second topic is I wanted to bring up Amazon. They actually recently came out with a program called Video Direct. And this is going to be kind of like YouTube where video publishers, content creators can sign up for this Amazon Video Direct program and actually kind of get paid for quality of your video. So you sign up for Video Direct if you're a content creator, and there's 4 options for distribution. You can sign up doing the Video Prime, where you'll receive per hour royalty fees for your content of how popular it is and how much streaming there is. You'll get paid for it. Or you can do make your content available for add-on subscription through the Streaming Partners program. You can also offer your content as to be paid for rental or purchase. And then you can also upload your videos for all of Amazon for free with running ads with that. And then you would receive 55% of the ad revenue. So that's very similar to YouTube, but you're getting rewarded for the quality of your video. So that's really awesome that Amazon's doing that. I have actually a direct quote from the Amazon Video Vice President Jim Freeman, who said this is the first time that there's a self-service option for video providers to get their content into a premium streaming subscription service. So him saying that means comparing Amazon to YouTube. YouTube has a lot of video material on there, and you kind of have to clutter through. You have to go through all that clutter of video. Where Amazon is really going to be quality video, and you're going to get rewarded for the quality of your video, which is awesome.
Yeah, Amazon definitely wants to get into that video game, which YouTube and now Facebook's blowing up with a lot of people going there to view their videos.
And interesting that you actually brought up video on Facebook, because they're actually testing out video commenting. So you think about commenting on videos or commenting on posts, it's usually just text. You can't really put anything else in there, maybe an image. But they're actually testing out being able to upload video. So instead of just when you go to respond, there'll be that camera icon, and you can press that. You can either record yourself and record a reply, or you can upload a video, which I think is interesting. And like I said, that's just a test right now, so there's no forecast of it going to be pushed out to everybody. But interesting if it does. Interesting to see how it goes.
So we have a first question in regards, I'm assuming, to the payday loans from Jess. Do other platforms ban these types of ads, such as Facebook or Twitter? Do you know?
Not at the moment. I don't think they do, but I think they will quickly follow suit for Google. Facebook and Twitter will. I don't think there's as many payday loan ads on Facebook and Twitter right now as there would be on Google AdWords. But I think, like I said, I think they'll quickly follow suit if it gets out of hand. And I wanted to remind everybody, like just did, if you have any questions on anything we're talking about or anything relevant to digital marketing, go ahead and type that out in the comment section or tweet at us, #KMS10at10, and we will answer those right away.
All right, next topic, we're going to talk more about video and Facebook. Facebook plans to extend video capabilities in their audience network with pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll. For those who don't know, pre-roll is a video that rolls before the video, so pre-roll. Mid-roll is kind of right in the middle, so especially if it's a longer video, they'll throw an ad right in the middle. Or a post-roll after the video is shared, or after the video is watched. And right now they're only going to do it in their audience network, so it's technically not actual Facebook. It will be third-party publisher websites and certain apps. But it's just they use the Facebook targeting and Facebook audience to test this out. And right now it's only available for a few brands, but that's what they usually do when it comes to these big new testing ideas. They'll try it out with a few brands, and then they'll open up to the public eventually.
I like it. I think it's another option for Facebook to really make that ad revenue and just dive back into that audience network that they have to really serve video ads on their third parties. So it makes sense. Mm-hmm. So on to our last topic. We're going to talk about Twitter a little bit. They actually recently, recently they were talking about expanding their 140 characters to 10,000 characters. And a lot of people kind of freaked out a little bit about that, saying Twitter really has its own place of the 140 character status. That's kind of what they were made for, kind of like a mini blog profile where you're just saying like your short thoughts. And so the 140 characters was really Twitter's thing. So when they talked about doing the 10,000 characters, people freaked out. And they took that away. They immediately decided that wasn't what they wanted, and they're actually talking about taking away the character count for photos and links. So photos and links will not count to that 140 characters, which I think is going to be an awesome update for Twitter. Really going to open up more freedom to fit in more characters into your tweets, into your status updates on Twitter, not counting those photos and links, because there are a lot of tweets that include that material. So I think that will be an interesting update. Mm-hmm. I think that's really going to help Twitter out. Mm-hmm.
I could see them even possibly for photos being able to erase those characters so you still have 140, but I feel like with links, you still want people to do something with that link. Mm-hmm. I think it should still count as some character, some characters, so I don't know.
It'll still be in those tweets. They'll still show up. Mm-hmm. It's just not going to negatively affect the count. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Another thing Twitter's doing is actually also putting their foot in the ring with the live streaming, and they've actually made a deal with the NFL for $10 million to live stream 10 Thursday night football games this next season. So I think that's really cool for Twitter. I think that's a really good idea. They're also looking into doing politician debates and different really popular streaming material that they can get on Twitter to really get people to come back to Twitter and stay on for a long time. So I think it's going to be an interesting turn of events for Twitter. I think they're going to have a lot of new updates that are really going to help them out because they've kind of been falling back a little bit, I believe.
Definitely.
So.
Well, to recap, We talked about Google payday loans. July 13th, they're going to stop showing them. Amazon Video, a lot of opportunities coming there. Facebook going to bring in some PreRoll, and Twitter is just doing stuff. So exciting stuff.
So that is our second airing of the 10 at 10. Thanks for tuning in. On our third episode, so next Friday, 10 a.m., we're actually going to have our CEO, Karina Keys. So our first guest on the 10 at 10. And she'll be answering your questions, and she'll be talking a little bit about digital marketing. So definitely tune into that. You can send in your questions early if you want. Just comment on our page or hashtag 10 or KMS 10 at 10 on Twitter. Any questions you have for Karina, she's going to be on the next episode, so next Friday. So make sure you tune into that.